one of the big accelerators in business is getting outside support, is getting somebody with a fresh pair of eyes. And quite often it's the thing that many businesses lack. I remember being early in business thinking that I'd put the S on my chest and just go it alone and I'd figure it all out. And the reality is that what you find is along your path, along your journey to success in your business, you're going to have mentors, coaches, you're going to have peers, you're going to have friends and people who give you these little nuggets, or they're going to give you these ideas that actually become the things that help you to that next step. You're also going to receive a lot of bullshit from people as well. And so you haven't got to pay attention to everything, but you'll know when the penny drops, when you receive something good. But here's the thing that I want to share with you about receiving advice and support, coaching and mentoring. You can't do it alone. You know, there are times when you've got fantastic ideas, but those ideas might not take you towards the end goal that you have, whatever goal you're working towards, right? Sometimes these ideas are filled with excitement, but they're actually going to, instead of taking you here, they're going to take you over here, right? And the more that you understand where you need to focus, where you need to be aligned to in order to make the goal happen, and making sure that the action you're taking is not like some kind of wild goose chase or something you think, well, if I do this, maybe it'll bring me back on course. You got to get super focused on how can I make this simple? How can I make my approach to growing my business more simple so that I can just focus on what needs to be done, the essential things, right? There's always going to be opportunities and new ideas. And what I'd recommend is that you record them. You know, good activities, if they record into your phone, voice recorder, or actually put them down into your journal and come back to them, and make sure that when you're looking at these ideas to take things to that next level, that they do align. But here's the thing that I want to add. You are not going to be able to get to where you want to get to, either to the level or within the time frame, meaning with speed, unless you get outside help. And this is one of the biggest accelerators that I found in my business, getting a coach, getting a mentor, or just being in a mastermind around other like-minded peers, people who are going in the same direction, not necessarily the same goal, but they're focused. They've got the same direction and mindset to be, you know, growth mindset focused, or they've just got a growth mindset where they're focused on going to that next level, the actions, the activity, the energy, the passion, the enthusiasm. That's what you've got to lock into, because the more you're around these types of people, or you're receiving the kind of support that you're looking for, the more you accelerate. I was speaking to one of my clients and we were talking about the success that she's finding with her video marketing. And quite interestingly enough, she runs a video marketing agency. And what I said to her is, whilst you supply and serve your clients, one of the biggest key critical things is you've got to focus on your own execution, not just the services that you render to your clients, but how deep can you go into execution, meaning putting out videos so when people come to your profiles or check out your business, they're like, whoa, this is the go-to person that I want to work with. It's not just about what other people have said about you, meaning client testimonials, case studies, and so on. It's about people coming to check you out and seeing like, wow, you have your own message. I can see the execution. I can see the authority. I can see that you're an expert because you're willing to go deep. And it doesn't necessarily mean that when you're executing, right, and you're putting things in place that everything's going to win. But as you grow, as you publish one video, one post after another, and you're willing to just keep testing, what you find is where your rhythm lies, where you're in the flow, where your message connects with the kind of people that you're looking for. This is the importance of getting outside help, because without my feedback, without me just becoming aware to, actually, I noticed that you're publishing a certain type of video time and time again, but you're not going deep into testing. You're not finding where the emotional hot button hits, right? Where you press it, and you're not exploring those topics. And this was my feedback back to my client. And she was like, I get it. And then from her own words, she said to me, Leon, here's my commitment going into next week. And she said she was going to produce so many videos. But this is the point that I'm getting to. If you don't get an outside perspective, somebody who's not just a yes person, somebody who can challenge you to get the best out of you, to push you in the direction of where your genius comes to life, where your spark is just in flow, that's what you need. And, you know, if there was one thing I would say about business mentorship or coaching or training, that's the important part. It's the things you don't see. And there's a famous quote, and it's usually quoted by Les Brown. He says, when you're in the frame, you can't see the picture. That's why you need outside help from experts, people of authority, people who've either gone there before or helped others to do what it is that you want to do. And that's how you'll find your way and get to where you want to get to with your goals much faster and with more certainty. Have a think about that.